Hello dear students, today I am explaining algorithm and flowchart. So before it I am explaining actually why we need to algorithm and flowcharts. Okay, so for that we just start from beginning. Actually computer. Okay, in computer, if we work in computer we need to how our computer perform, why we use the computer. Okay, so computer just it is a electronic machine which is done so many tasks, just like generating electronic bill, reserve tickets, make presentations, create document, play game, and so on. So many works are done by the computer. Are you thought how this computer work and how they perform this multitasking? So these all things are done by the help of software. Okay, software programs are written in computer language to accomplish these tasks. We need a software to uh, run our programs. Okay, so we need, what is the program? Actually program is a set of command given to computer to carry out specific task. Program is a set of instructions or set of command. We write multiple commands into the computer and make a program, and these collections of programs are make software. All these software can be perform some specific task to complete the task. Okay, so before we write any program we must think the steps required to solve given problem. So a well written algorithm and flowchart help us to clear define the steps and sequentials in the development of group program. So if we want to develop any program we need to solve that problem with the help of algorithm and flowcharts. So let's we know what is the algorithm. Okay, so algorithm actually it is a step by step process which is solve any problem, any complex problem we can solve one by one steps. So to solve any problem on computer we need to analyze, understand the nature of program, we plan the input and require method step by steps to get the desired results. This step by steps procedure to solve any logical and mathematical problem is called algorithm. So if we want to write the algorithm to solve any problem we must follow some basics rule to write the algorithm. These rules are, it should be a simple language, English like language. So algorithm should be written always in simple English language. Second, it should be written in simple and precise manners so everyone can be understand. Third, an input is required to write an algorithm. Fourth, each step should be written in sequential manner. Then fifth, one can include variables and define mathematical expressions to calculate the results. Then statement should be simple. Statements are of the similar type should be combined to avoid the length of code. Okay, so whatever code we are written in algorithm, if it is multiple so we just combine that. Okay, we did not enlarge our algorithm, we just write short and clear and simple way. Each instruction should be executed within a reasonable time frame. It means by your algorithm is not too much larger, it must be short and simple. To ensure that an algorithm proceeds an expected output, it should be checked using simple values. I just explain one example. Suppose I want to make a chilled mango shake. So for these tasks I am completing with the help of different steps. So for that what we need, we just wash the mango and cut it into the small pieces and transfer these mango pieces into the blender jar. Then third steps what we are doing, we just add milk and sugar and ice cube. Then fourth, switch on the bladder, then blind until the mixture turn smooth and creamy. Then sixth step, pour it into a glass. Then seventh step, garnish it and with almond and ice cream. Then eighth steps, serve it cold. So these are the steps for a one simple or general life problem. Suppose I want to write algorithm for solving problems in computer or in a simple mathematics. So my problem is that to calculate sum and average of three number. So for this we need three input number. So first three steps we take the input. For that we are writing input the first number, input the second number B, input the third number C. Then we just find out the sum. Find out the sum of three numbers A plus B plus C. Then for average of three numbers, so we just write A plus B plus C divided by 3. Then print average. Now flow chart. Flow chart is a pictorial representations of the steps or an algorithm used to solve particular problem. Actually it is a process for drawing the flow charts for an algorithm is known as flow charting. The graphical representations of logics need to solve the problem. So a flowchart uses different symbols to represent different types of instructions which are connected to each other with the help of flow line. Now here some symbols and their name. All the symbols of the flowcharts having its unique function. First symbol, look at it, is a rounded head rectangle. It is basically known as stop and start box or a terminal box. When we write the algorithm, we must be first use this box at the beginning or at the ending of our flow chart. So a terminal box is used to indicate the beginning and the end of the flow chart. It represents rounded rectangle. It is just like we just make a rectangle like that, but if we are using the rounded rectangle, like their corner is rounded shape, so it is called terminal box. Second one is input and output box. Input output box used to accept input and display the output. It represents a parallelogram. Okay, it is an input output box. It is an input output box. Okay, look it, and its shape is like parallelogram. It just take the input from the users, and if we are just doing any calculation and want to do the print out it, so we are using this input and output box. Third one is process box. It is a rectangular box. Basically it is used to show the action or process such as addition, subtraction. Okay, like this are done by the process box. Okay, next one is decision box. It is used to test the conditions or take decisions. A conditions is either results yes or no, true or false. Okay, so a decision box is represented in diamond shape. It is represented in diamond shape and it is show the yes or no. Next one is flow line. Flow line are arrow. Actually it is an arrow used to connect the box of the flow chart to another. The directions of arrows show the directions of flow of information. Then next is connector. Next is connector. Okay, it is a connector. So a flow chart may be long and span one or more pages. A connector is used to show a jump from one point in the process of flow to another. It connects different parts of the flow chart that is split between the pages. It is basically used as a circle. Later we are just making that program, so it will be clear. So how flowchart work? First it's need to start and stop. Look at in this program, we each and every time if we are making the flowchart, so we must be start and end box. Then problems are broken into the small pieces. Okay, it is a small pieces of our program. Then boxes are chosen according to the stage. Flowchart generally begin from the top to bottom. How the flowchart work? It is work from top to bottom. Okay, then connector are used to join the different parts, and flow line does not cross to each other. This is a flow line. Okay, this is a flow line. It is not cross to each other. So here one simple example to multiply. Okay, multiply two numbers. So what we start? We just take one box for a start, then read two number. For reading and writing we are using input box. Then in process box we just do the multiply. Then again input output box show the results, and the stop box is used to close our algorithm. Now the advantage of flowchart. There are some advantages of flowcharts. First one is communications. Flowcharts are the better way to communicate the logics of the systems to all concerned. Effective analysis. With the help of flowchart, problem can be analyzed more effective way. Then proper documentations. Proper documentations serve as a good program documentations which is needed for various purpose. Then efficient coding. Okay, in efficient codings act as a guide or blueprint during the system analysis and the program development phase. Then proper debug. Flowchart help in debugging process. Debugging means by finding out the error. Okay, so if we are write the correct flowcharts, it help us to proper debug our program and find out easily when our programs having any mistakes. Then effective program maintenance. The maintenance of the operating program become easy with the help of flowchart. It helps the programmer to put effort more efficiently on that part. Okay. Then next, limitation of flowchart. Although a flowchart is very useful tool, there are few limitations in the flowcharts, which are first, complex logic. Sometimes the program logics is quite complicated. In these cases, flowcharts become also complex and clumsy. Now the second, alterations and modifications. If alterations are required, the flowchart may require to redrawing completely. We can't easily modify the previous design flowcharts, so it is very complicated. Then reproductions. As the flowchart symbols cannot be typed, reproductions of flowcharts become a problem. Now the next topic is looping. Actually, loopings is a use to repeat some sets of instructions till the specific conditions is fulfilled is known as looping. Actually, looping we are using to repeat again and again same instructions in different in a many times. Okay, in a specific conditions. So we are in that conditions we are using loop. Suppose I want to print 1, 2, 3 at a 10 times. So each time we need to write the print command. So ignore or eliminate these things, we use print command. Okay, so in print command basic characteristics is conditions and counter whose values are increase and decrease. Let's explain with the flowchart. Okay, suppose here I am using one flowchart which is count, which is write the print command again and again at a 5 times. So for that we are using start and stop box. Then one variable we are taken count, and we are just assigned the value 1. And here one statement I am given print program, and then it is a counter value. Okay, count equal to count plus 1. It means by these programs are run till the conditions are false. Okay, जब तक conditions सही है true है तब तक ये again and again print command हमारा execute होगा. Otherwise if the conditions will be false, it will be stops. If our the counter value, okay, the value of counter is 6, so it will be stop that to again the print programming. Thank you.